then on the launch pipeline and the fundraise plans for Manan Infraconstruction. Manan P. Shah is now joining us on the show. Good to have you on board. Let's just talk about the recent completion certificate for the Ghatkopar project. Post that, what is your revenue potential and what is the future timelines for this project?
Good morning. So this project, we are anticipating to complete it in the next 4.5 years maximum time. The revenue potential that we are seeing from this is approximately around 1,200 crore on a conservative basis. And we see the market's very supportive right now. So you would see a slightly bit of an upside also on this potential. So this is a mid to luxury scale kind of a project where we would be having a mixed use development in terms of a 3-bed, 4-bed and 5-bed residences as well.
Okay, got it. So overall, let's talk about the real estate segment. Over the next 3 to 4 years, what kind of revenue addition do you expect and how do you expect your margins to play out?
See, we've got around 5.9 million square feet of upcoming and ongoing portfolio that we've announced. And we are still aggressively looking out for more projects. In fact, some of it are almost on the last stage of negotiations and due diligence. So we would be adding a lot more into the pipeline in the forthcoming quarters for the next year. And the anticipated timeline would be around 5 to 7 years of the total portfolio that we are seeking to complete, with the additions of these new projects also coming up. In terms of the potential, what we are seeing is we are seeing a stable margins of around 25% to 30% in each of these projects over these coming years. And we see approximately around 4 years where the maximum portfolio we turn to churn out. And for the longer projects, which are beyond 10 acres and more, we are seeing a timeline of around 5 to 7 years.
Okay, any marquee client additions that are expected for the real estate business?
I couldn't hear you.
Have there been any marquee client additions in the real estate business or what's expected?
So marquee clients in the sense, we are seeing new horizons basically in terms of the new locations. So like we are bidding a lot of new projects in a lot of the uber luxury locations of the city. And like I said, we are on the last leg of getting the paperwork finalized. As soon as it's done, we are wanting to announce these projects soon. With these, we are going to add up a lot more luxury projects into our portfolio. Where we see the markets very, very strong and the movements are very, very strong in terms of absorption towards these luxury housing in the city of Mumbai.
You know, since you're talking about Mumbai luxury housing, quite curious to know what's the progress on your signature project, Aradhya, in Tardeo, which is, I guess, set to become the tallest building in India.
So Aradhya Avan is launched just 2 months back. And we've received phenomenal response where there are more than 500 plus walk-ins already happened. And we are seeing fantastic sales numbers by the last quarter of this year, where we will be announcing the numbers soon. We're waiting for the registrations and all to begin. But the response towards the sales is very, very good. We are very positive and happy about the progress that's happening. Construction is going on in full scale. We would be on the verge to complete the last bit of excavation as well.
You know, you've also delivered about 15 projects in the residential segment till date, as I understand. Tell me about the launch pipeline, say, for the next 2 to 3 years.
So we've got this project, which we will be launching it hopefully maximum by the end of next month. And over and above this, we are coming up something in Vileparle as well. The Juhu project, which we have, is on the verge to get completed. So the residual inventory is also what we are going to sell off over there. We've got something up at Mulund as well, which is the last tower. As well as we've got some projects coming up at Daisar. We've got some projects coming up in South Bombay, where again, we've not announced it yet, but we are on the verge to finalize the due diligence process. So overall, if you see, we've got, in terms of revenue potential, more than, I would say, 15,000 crores in terms of the overall 5-7 years of timeline, and the more projects we are going to be adding soon.
Okay, Manan, around 50% of your revenue comes from the realty segment currently, right? Will this ratio change in the coming years, and what's the outlook then thereof? Because experts say both infrastructure and real estate upcycle has just about begun.
So real estate definitely will be the key focus, and the weightage of the books will obviously come mainly from that side. Because if you see the margins when we compare it between an EPC sector and a real estate sector, real estate always has been having a lot more margins compared to EPC. So yes, the focus would be towards real estate, but yes, we would definitely continue the EPC business for our own projects as well. So that would be the prima facie focus, because it helps us complete these projects faster. And why unnecessarily shed out the margins to an external contractor where you can make the margins in-house itself.
All right, good to have you on board. Thank you so much for taking us through your business updates.